We are down to the last lesson for Introduction to CAD. So go ahead and scroll down to 2D drawings, view the course, and then go ahead. Let's look at the menu. Okay, so you should watch updating a drawing first. Okay, it's a very short 1-minute video, and then go to the exercise updating a drawing. Our goal here is to make changes to the part and the assembly, and then updating the drawing and making some changes along the way. Okay, let's go to the next page. It says here, make a copy of the handbrake update exercise. Okay, go ahead and split up your screen. Now make a copy. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Notice that you have a couple of tabs down here. That's the stirrup, the gator, a piston, a master cylinder body. These are all the parts, and then this is the master cylinder. If you click at the home, it shows you all the tabs. Now we have to go to the handbrake drawing, which is this. Okay, right here there's a small tab. Click on that. That's the Sheets tab, and then you'll see the different drawings that exist. So first is the assembly, and then that's the main assembly, and then now this is the handle, and this is the grip. Okay, click the next slide. So let's make some changes to the part geometry, and we're gonna work on the handle part studio. So right here, the handle part studio. Click on it, and then go to the main sketch, right click, and then edit. Okay, so right click and then say fit normal to sketch plane. And let's go to the next slide. We have to change some of the numbers that you see here. So for instance, the 22 here needs to become 25 millimeters. And we have to change the number 10 here. Oh, first enter. Okay, now change this, type 25 as well. And then this one is supposed to be 125 now. Enter. Change 225 to 250. And so it just made this part longer. And then the radius of this circle is 8.25. We need to change that to 15. And then we don't need this circle anymore, so delete it. Okay, once you've done all the changes, click on the check mark. So let's go on to the next slide. Okay, now let's make the handle longer. So we have to change the extrusion. So let's right click here and say isometric. And then let's go to extrude number 2 and edit extrude number 2. And instead of 120, it's supposed to be 175 now. Enter. So notice that this part right here became longer. Okay, so click check. Let's go to the next slide. So since this handle is now a little larger, we need to change the hole sizes. So click on hole number 1, and then right click, click edit, and instead of using an M5 hole, we're going to use an M6 sized hole. Click check. Okay, so those are now larger. Let's move on to the next slide. So now we need to update the fasteners. We need to update the bolts. Since this is an M6 hole, we need to use M6 size bolt also. So go to the hydraulic brake unit down here. So click on the hex socket head cap screw. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And then go right click and say edit standard content instance. So it says here the bolt size, which looks like this, that we're using is M5. We're going to change it to M6. So slightly larger diameter. Okay, update. and then click check. Let's go to the next slide. Now let's go ahead and check out the drawing. So let's go back to the handbrake drawing tab, and then let's look at the hydraulic brake unit. Double click on that. So notice this looks the same as before. This part right here, we changed it. We made it a little bit longer, and then the hole size and the bolts that we're using are larger as well. So to update your drawing, so click on this yellow icon right here. It says update from this worksheet. Click on it and notice the change here. There you go. So aside from this change, the bill of materials also changed, and then this one updated to the M6. It doesn't say M6, but this one, ISO 4762, means it's the M6. So next slide. So in the sheets flyout, double click on the handle sheet. So here's the sheet flyout. Double click on the handle sheet to open it, and then notice some of the things here are in red because they're missing. Okay, and we don't need them anymore, so we have to delete them. So click here to delete, and then click here on this dimension to delete. Okay, next slide. Now we need to adjust the 75mm dangling dimension because it's referring to a part that's been deleted. So click on the dimension, and there's going to be a grip point right here in blue. This one, click on that and reattach it to here, to the center of this circle. And then notice that the dimension changed to 46 mm. And since you don't have any need for this, click on this and then press delete. Here you go. Go to the next slide. And then the next one, double click on the grip drawing and notice the updated views on this one. This one's longer, so just move this so it doesn't go beyond the margins. And then notice that this part here is longer, the handle is longer. At the same time, the hole size were changed. So this is what I need to see. I need you to go to your assembly, this one. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this with your name. Close this document. Don't forget to submit the document to alricoj@mdusd.net. Congratulations, you have finished that learning path. So if you go to your learning center, to your My Dashboard, and go to learning path, the introduction to CAD, you'll notice that you'll need to do a survey to get your certificate. So start survey. So to receive your completion certificate, please do the survey. So once you're done with the survey, hit the next page. It says congratulations. So you can find your certificate in your training dashboard, or you can look at it from here. Right here where it says certifications, introduction to CAD learning pathway, view certificate, and you should have one of these as well. Congratulations. And as a final requirement, can you go ahead and screenshot this as a proof that you finished Introduction to CAD. So this is something now that you can put on your college applications and in your resumes if you plan, especially if you plan to go into the field of engineering.